Hello, welcome to my messy garage. Today we're going to do what's commonly referred to as an open cup pour. Maybe a couple other things, but we're going to start with an open cup pour. What I use as a cup is just a cookie cutter. Doesn't matter what shape, it's not going to stay looking like a star. I just got a bunch of these at the dollar store, and this one was the most structurally sound. A bunch of them were kind of messed up a little bit, but this one seems to be fine, and it's worked for me before, so that's what we're going to use. So when you do an open cup pour, you're gonna want to have a nice big pillow, and I was mixing paint earlier and got some paint on here. That's not gonna matter. But you're gonna want to have a nice big pillow to travel around on the canvas. Probably get the corners and the edges. I can do all that later, but we'll do some tilting. And right now that is good enough. There are some great big bubbles, so I'm going to take my little torch, pop those bubbles, and we're going to plop this bad boy right there. Got some dog hair on it. Thank you, Harriet. Harriet is my husky, and she will probably make an appearance later to make some noise. But I wanted to do something with this color. This is one of the colors I just mixed because I thought it was pretty. Some blue with that. Oranges and blues tend to not blend together. They're opposites on the color chart, so that's why I'm doing that. Then this is another color I mixed, just a light green. These are not colors that I would ordinarily mix together, but for this kind of pour, it doesn't really matter. Some black there, some black, some extra black. And please excuse the planes going by. So then what we're gonna do is just lift this just a fraction of an inch off of the canvas. Let some of that sweet, sweet paint go. We're gonna do a lot of tilting. So there's that one. I did put a couple of drops of silicone in the green and the orange. The rest of it is just Floetrol and paint. So I'm gonna tilt this around. We're gonna need to do a whole lot more to this. I mean, theoretically I could tilt it, but let's do another star's worth of paint. Do orange and blue, green, just a little bit of green. That green is popping. I think for this one we'll do some purple. Oh, it does help to take the lid off. And some of this light pretty blue. Whoops. And we'll put some gold in there for good measure, why not? This time we're gonna do this slower. So I'm gonna go around this with black on the canvas, just so that it spreads. And do that, let it spread. And I don't really care if it mixes with or covers up what we already have. There. And then to life with a husky puppy. So here, while I'm painting, I'll tell you my story with Harriet. So Harriet is a rescue girl. She's about 2 years old. And I picked her up on, I believe it was March 12th of 2020, which was the last day that I actually had in the office before we were mandatory work from home. And I picked her up that night after work, and about a week later I came down with COVID. So she has never been without me. I still, even though that was 2020, almost, gosh, about a year and a half later, I guess, I have long haul COVID. That's a lot of the reason that I actually do this kind of painting. I've done art before. I used to do like hyper realistic, lifelike, kind of surrealist, I guess. I mean, it was hyper realistic in the sense that it looked like you could reach out and touch it. A lot of it was black and white. But I used to have this ability to hold images in my brain for a really long time. And I mean, perfect images. Like, that looks pretty good. The cells are really popping just from those couple drops of silicone. There, I'll back it up so you can see the whole thing. Yeah, I'll go set that to dry. Not my favorite color combination, but I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to paint. But anyway, since I had COVID, I'm not able to hold images in my head anymore. I can't go into a drawing or a painting and keep that image in my head long enough to get it out onto canvas or paper. So acrylic pouring is perfect for me because it's the perfect kind of art for going into it with no expectations, no images in your head. You just pile colors on the canvas and hope for the best. So it's been a different kind of discipline for me to really have to work at not having any expectations. And I've gotten some good paintings out of it. And just setting that up to dry. It definitely helps me when it comes to not judging my work. You know what, there's this sculpture that I've been working on. So this is something a little bit different. This was a paint pour combined with an acrylic sculpture of hands that I did. But in the hands, see, this is kind of like fiery colors. In the hands, I want it to be watercolors. So I want to be like you're taking your hands and pouring it on the water, or pouring it on the fire rather, pouring the water on the fire. So let's put some water in those hands. What do you say? Okay. Let's do some dark blue, some white, a little bit of white, a little bit of yellow, not much, a little bit of this turquoisey kind of color, kind of like you're doing an ocean pour, and some of this light blue. Do I have my funnel in here? Nope, I don't know where my funnel is, so we're just gonna we're just gonna pour this and hope for the best. So let's see. I'm not quite sure which direction I want it to be running. So I'll dump this like a ring pour almost, but a little sloppier. And just let it run down. Run down those fingers. There we go. And just let it run onto the canvas. There. Then I'm gonna blow it around a little bit. Just to kind of mix it up a little. There we go. And then I think we'll take some more of these colors. Just the same colors. A little bit of that. And we'll do a little bit of that, and I think instead of using my lungs, I'm going to use a blow dryer to blow this just a little bit. I'm just going to put this on low. See, I've got the top taped over. And I'm going to pop it on high for a second. There we go. Well, I'm not really happy with it, but I can do more stuff to it later. I kind of want to paint the hands white, maybe, or maybe all black. But for now, I've got my water, so I'm happy. Okay, I'll set that aside. Hi, little Harriet. Okay, now, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. But I've got these, and I've got some more orange and green to use. So, what to do, what to do? Let's not do a double, let's do just one at a time. And do we want to do black or white? Let's do this one white. Oh my goodness. And the lid is kind of stuck. Painted shut, if you will. There we go. Pure brute strength. So anyway, this talking about long COVID and stuff isn't to spark a debate about whether or not it's real, whatever. Isn't to spark a debate about anything. I only tell you that so you understand where I'm coming from as far as not having any expectations. not having any particular image in my mind of what it should look like, what it could look like. Oh, nice hair got in there. That's a good one. And it's really helped. It's really helped, as has just having having this magnificent opportunity to paint, to keep creating, to keep that creative flow going. Even though my typical ways of creating are not available to me right now, which is fine. It's totally fine. I've gotten to learn this whole new medium. I've gotten to meet some really great people. Sold some paintings and just had a fantastic time doing it. So I think for this one, whoa! The lid works. I was going to say, let's do a Dutch pour. And yeah, I was going to flood this, and the bottle decided to do it for me. Which, boy, that'd be a great title for an autobiography of an alcoholic, wouldn't it? And I'm not making light of alcoholism. I'm just saying the bottle decided to do it for me would be an awesome title. So I guess I don't have to blow paint over. Okay, here we go. That looks cool. I like that. That's a lot of paint, so it's probably gonna crack. Because wow, that was a lot of paint, a lot of white paint that got dumped. So let's tilt and get some of that paint off of there. And I may have to just dip the next canvas in this. Ooh, I like those colors. That's pretty. Look at that. Okay, let's set that one out to dry. Woo! Okay, this is really pretty. I would save the drippings, but I've got more painting to do today. Let's see, what can I do? I've got a piece of plastic. Let's see if this will pick up any of it. And then I can save it for jewelry making. Kinda. I'll set it aside. We'll see. Not a big deal. But let's use this paint as a base. I was gonna do a black background, but as the book title suggests, the bottle decided for me what I was gonna do. I think this one is gonna be a swipe, maybe? And let's do it with blues and greens. So we've got that kind of orangey background. And I've got all this green paint to use. Woo, that's too much. And light blue. And just a teensy bit of black. And what are we going to use to swipe today? Got all kinds of junk in my garage to use for swiping. Here we go. Plastic, a canvas wrapper. Let's just get a little bit of it. probably going to need a couple squares, but let's start with this. This might not be heavy enough, but let's check. I do not like these colors. Yeah, I don't like those colors together. I mean, I like them. I wish I hadn't put the black on there. So, what do? We don't like something? In this garage, we paint right over it. Pew, 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 pew. That's the sound effect for today, I suppose. And then we take a big chunk of plastic and don't press firmly, just kind of give it one of these. That is far more pleasing to my eyes. And the added bonus, I have that sheet of paper now for jewelry making. Oops. I think I may have overheated that a little bit. I don't know, maybe I'll blow it around a little. Probably gonna embellish this one later with some sea creatures. I tend to put animals on mine if I don't like them. Here, I'll show you a couple. I'm gonna dig into the vaults over here. So here's an elephant that I did on a pour with colors I didn't really like. So I did it kind of golder in the front with more of a bronze toward the back because of the yellow. I wanted it to look like it was walking toward the light. And then this whale, which I still need to work on. Maybe that's what I'll do next. I'll do some embellishing on the whale. I just need to really get in there and make those details pop, put in some shadows. So that's something you can do. You don't need talent to do it, by the way. All you need are some stencils. And stencils are awesome. Oh yeah, here's one. Oh, here's two. There's one right under it. I forgot I had these out drying. There's a wolf face I did. Just mixing metallic paint colors. And there's a stag or a deer or whatever. Again, mixing metallic colors on pours that I didn't really like. I'll put those back on the shelf and work on them later. So yeah, the cells are starting to pop up on this one. Maybe I'll give it another little boost now that it's cooled down a little. I don't know if this helps or not. This is This is all kind of a new feel it out how you go, as you go kind of thing for me. Ooh, I like it. I like these cells. Those are really pretty. I'm not sure how visible they are, but look at that. So anyway, when I finish it and embellish it, I'll be sure to make another video. Because I'm sure those cells will keep on developing, as they tend to do. All right, did I have another canvas? I've got a bunch of canvases. Oh, let's do a square one. I forgot I had these. I think one more for today, and then that'll be it. Just opening this, getting another swiper. we want to use this again? Not especially. Let's do a bloomy type deal. Just gonna pour some black on. Some on the corners. Those corners are always pesky to get. There we go, an abstract kind of domino-y deal. Et voila, we're done. Just kidding. Again, I've got that orange and green to use. I guess maybe if I need a leaf, I'll use some of that green. Let's, I guess we can do an orange flower. And do some light yellow. Some fuchsia. Whoops. That's a lot of fuchsia. That's all right. A little bit of gold. A little bit of this blue. And a little bit of black. Looks like a God's eye, like the kind of, you know, those yarn sculptures that you make in camp when you're a kid? Not sculptures, but those yarn things that you make with popsicle sticks and yarn. Yes, I hear you. You want more paint, Bottle? I will get you some. All right, that seems like enough. And then we take the straw and we blow across, not down, across. Looks like some crazy hibiscus. I don't know what kind of flower it is. I don't know what kind of flower it is, but it's pretty. I think it's more tropical than the kinds of flowers that we have here in Seattle. Then, here's where I possibly ruin things. Well, let's go in with, I'm hoping to enhance this. It helps to say things in a positive way. So let's start with, I'm hoping to enhance this with a leaf or two. I'm not gonna go overboard. I've already had my massive paint spill for today. I like to do things in odd numbers, so we'll do 3. Whoa, okay. And we'll put a little bit of you on there, a little bit. And once again, okay, so they don't look like leaves, but they also don't look like part of the flower. And then, this is my favorite part because I get to make a huge mess. We spin it really, really fast because I need it to get way out there, way out to the edges. I like that a lot. Look at those cells. That's insane. All right, I do need to get in there and do a little bit of wrecking, I feel. And by wrecking, I mean just giving it a little bit of shape and definition here. So here we'll go like that. And what I'm doing between swipes is just wiping off the tip of this knitting needle that I'm using. And we'll do that. Make it a little more leafy. Give it some, I call them paisleys, and I don't know, there's another video where I talked about how my friend Randy loves Brad Paisley, so I call them Brad Paisleys when I'm doing this. Give him some Brad Paisleys for Randy. We can even do that on some of the petals. There's some Brad Paisley action there, with apologies to Brad Paisley. Well, I'm not a huge fan of country music, but that guy can play the guitar like nobody's business. Now it's turning into something else, and I'm kind of liking what it's turning into. Let's see. This here, like, I'm begging, I really want to wreck it right here, but at the same time, I might regret it. This, what am I talking about? This does not matter. It's a painting. I can do whatever I want. I've got the chopstick in this situation, and I say we Brad Paisley it. Ha! Does it look great? Nah. But I'm glad I did it, just to show it who's boss. Okay, now, oh, this is a lot of blue, right? Whatever. All right, I'm gonna give it one more spin. Okay, so the orange and the green are a little bit more psychedelic than I would normally go for, but I do like the shapes of this one. I like the shapes, and I like the Brad Paisleys. Yeah, those colors aren't anything I would normally jump up and down for, but that's what we're working with today. All right, I know I said that was the last one, but like, I feel like I'm on a roll and I kind of want to do one more. Or do I want to do an embellishment? Let me see over here. What's super crazy about, oh no, that one someone wanted. This one got really washed out. I used too many purples and oranges together, and it might look nice if I resin it, but what I see here is lightning. So what I think I'm gonna do is put a little bit of a forest here, maybe a little mountain here with some trees on top, and maybe one kind of out front that's really attracting the lightning. I don't know if I can do that or not. We'll see. Let's see if I can hold that image in my head long enough to do it. But yeah, I'll use what's left of this black paint and do that. Just started raining and storming a bit outside. I'm in Seattle and it is that time of year. And I've got a whole box of these little cheap paint brushes, so I'll just give it one of those. Those are good little trees. And then take some of this silver, I think. We'll just, oh. There. I think the rule is you're supposed to put the lighter color behind. It's okay. Then let's use a little bit of this. Just a little bit of this blue paint. Did I mention I have no idea what I'm doing? Okay. Now we go back to the black paint, which I have a jug of right here. Oh, and I also have a bunch on my table. I don't just use that. I've got a lot of black paint on the table. Different colors. So we'll do and let's take a thin little brush. This one's thin enough. And do some and then we'll do an even thinner brush. With white, and oh boy, do I have some white. It doesn't have to be bright white, just want to put some highlights here and there. Okay, probably not my favorite embellishment I've ever done, but I may add an animal later. We'll see. Oh, actually an animal's a good idea. What if I put I want to put a silhouette like right about there. I'll do that later when the paint's dry. For now, I think this is okay. There. I think that this little splash right here is a bird. I think I'll paint over that. All right, there we go. That is it for me for today. Very long video, but thanks for sticking with me. Take care.